Welcome, my dear students, to our class quadratic equations. We are going to discuss in this class different kinds of problems, such that it will be very much helpful to you. On part of that, this first problem we have here: find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 613. Right? Okay. Find two consecutive positive integers. Let the two consecutive positive integers. Let the two consecutive positive integers, right? Consecutive positive integers, we are going to take them as consecutive positive integers. So one is x and another one as x plus 1, because the consecutive positive integers means the next integers. Like they given that whose squares is 613, that means okay, whose sum of whose squares, that means x square plus x plus 1 whole square, that is equal to 613. They given like this, right? Once this is that, we will try to simplify this. Now we will get a nice quadratic equation: x square, now this is x square plus 2x plus 1, this is equal to 613, like this. Now this is 2x square plus 2x, okay, plus 1 minus 63 is equal to 0. Now this is 2x square plus 2x minus 62 is equal to 0. It out here like this. That means now x square plus x minus 31 is equal to 0. We have got a fine 613. Sorry, this is now actually 613. Therefore, here we have 613. That means 1 minus 613 is equal to 0. And this is now plus 1 minus 613. That becomes, you will get minus 612. Minus 612 equal to 0, like this. Now x square plus x minus 306 is equal to 0. Right? Minus 306 is equal to 0. Now let us factorize that. Now if we do the factorization, means if we multiply, means we have to get minus 306 x square, and right, yeah, if you add, means we need to get a plus x. That means we will take the suitable ones are x square plus 18x minus 17x, like this. Minus 17x minus 306 is equal to 0, like this. If you take x common, x plus 18 we have got, minus 17 if you take common, x plus 18 is equal to 0 we have here, like this, right? That means we have got here x plus 18 into x minus 17 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 17 comma minus 18. Therefore the two consecutive integers, if you take, for example, if you take x equal to 17, then the other one is x plus 1, that is now 17 plus 1, that equal to 18, like this. If you take x equal to minus 18, then x plus 1, that equal to minus 18 plus 1, that is minus 17, like. Therefore this 17 comma 18, this is 17 square plus 18 square is equal to 613, and also minus 18 square plus of minus 17 square, this is also is equal to 613. Okay, the answers are, now you have got x is equal to 17 comma 18 is one pair is satisfying, another one minus 18 comma minus 17 also will satisfy, like this, right? Like this, this beautiful problem can be answered. Now we have the second problem of today's class. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. The total cost of the production on that day was 90 rupees. Find the number of articles produced. See here, let us take the number of articles is equal to number of articles. Okay, if you take a number of articles, if you take number of articles is equal to x, if you take, okay, fine, number of articles is x, and it was observed that on a particular day the cost of production of each article, cost of cost of production is equal to, okay, cost of each article, like this. What we can do is cost of each article, like this. Each article this is equal to cost of each article is equal to, they have given that it was 3 more than twice the number of articles. Twice the number of articles is 2 into x, twice the number of articles plus 3. This is what cost of each article, like this, right? That is what they have given, 3 more than twice the number of articles, like this. If the total product cost of production on that particular day is, now number of total cost of production, total cost of production that is equal to total cost of production, that is equal to number of articles into cost of each article, that is 2x plus 3, that is equal to 90. Have like this. Now this becomes what you have, 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. Okay, if you solve this, you will get a nice quadratic equation, that is 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. That means if you multiplied, means you have to get 180 minus 180 x square, and added means you have to get 3x, like this. Okay, what are the suitable things? Now we will get this is equal to 2x square plus okay, we multiplied means minus 180 x square, adding means 3x, means the suitable ones what we are going to get is 15x and okay, minus 12x, like this. 12x minus 90 is equal to 0, like this. Okay, fine. If you take x common here, you will get 2x plus 15 here minus, right? What shall we take common in this, right? Fine. 6 if I take common here, of course. 6 minus 6 if I take here common, 2x plus 15, that is equal to 0. That means now 2x plus 15 into x minus 6 is equal to 0, like this. Right? That means you have got x is equal to 6. Okay, and x is equal to minus 15 by 2 is not valid. It will not be negative, because number of articles will never be negative. Now number of articles you have got it as 6. Number of articles you have got it as what, Nana? 6 you have got, like this. Therefore, okay, you got the number of articles is nothing but produced. Okay, we need to find number of articles produced and the cost of each article, like this. Number of articles is nothing but x is equal to, you have got 6, right? And cost of each article is nothing but 2 into 6 plus 3, like this. 12 plus 3, this is what, 15 now, right? In this way, this beautiful problem can be answered. Next we have another, the third problem is the base of a triangle is 4 centimeter larger than its altitude. If the area of the triangle is 48 square centimeter, then find its base and altitude. The base of a triangle, you see here we are having one triangle here. This base of a triangle, we have, this is what, A, B, C, something like this, right? This is what the base, and the altitude is this, of course, we have here. If you take x as the base and the height is nothing but if you take it as y, like this. The base of a triangle is 4 centimeter. Now x is equal to, they given 4 centimeter larger than, like its altitude, the area of the triangle. Now area of the triangle, you see here, area is equal to half into b into h, right? It's half bh, right? Area of the triangle is 48 square centimeter. This is equal to 48 square centimeters, like this. Now half into base, base is nothing but okay, fine, we have here y plus 4, like y plus 4 into height. Height is nothing but y, we have here like this, right? That is equal to 48, we have here like this. Now y square plus 4y is equal to 48 into 2, that is 96. Now let us solve this one, y square, right, plus 4y minus 96 is equal to 0. Okay, now this we have got a beautiful quadratic equation, because okay, right, now let us solve this. So multiplied means minus 96 y square, adding means 4y. What we will be getting is 4y square plus this, let us take it as 12y minus 8y minus 96 is equal to 0, like this. Now if you take y common, y plus 12 minus 8, if you take common, y plus 12 is equal to 0. Now this is now y plus 12 into y minus 8 equal to 0, like this. That means y equal to minus 12 comma y equal to 8. Y cannot be negative because altitude will never be negative. Y is equal to 8. Therefore, from this you will get x is equal to y plus 4 like this. This is now 8 plus 4, that is equal to 12 like this. Therefore, now the base, you have got base x is equal to, you have got base is equal to, right, base, that is x is equal to 12, and altitude like this. Altitude, that is y is equal to, you got it as 8 like this. Base x is equal to 12 and altitude y is equal to 8. In this way, we will do this beautiful problem. Now we have another beautiful problem. Two trains leave a railway station at the same time. The first train travels towards west and the second train travels towards north. The first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. If after 2 hours they are 50 km apart, find the average speed of each train like this. The speed of each train. You see, we know, my dear students, here the direction thing what we will have like this. Suppose if you take this is something like this is for south and this is what north like this. Okay, fine. South means this is what north. Okay, once you have those directions, otherwise we take like this as usual our directions like otherwise. This is south, this is north, and this is here east and this is west like this. Right, south, north and east, west. Now what happened is first train travels towards west. It travels, first train travels towards west like this. Travels towards west. Right. And the second train travels towards north. The second train travels towards north like this. Right. Fine. The first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. Now the second train you take x km per hour. The speed is x km per hour. Now okay, the second train travels with x km per hour means then the first train travels 5 km per hour faster than the second train. That means you will have here this is nothing but x plus 5 km per hour like this. Right? Okay, this is x kilometer means this is the thing like we have here. Now okay, per hour, right, this is what per hour the distance covered by it is x kilometer, and per hour the distance covered by this train is nothing but x plus 5 km like this. Then what we have here is if after 2 hours, okay, after 2 hours, you see, my dear students, what we will be having is after 2 hours, right, the train traveled by this is nothing but how much, 2x like this after 2 hours like this, and this become 2x plus 10 kilometers per hour like this, right. This is what the distance traveled by them like this. Okay, the distance traveled by them is nothing but this. Now they have given that, of course, if after 2 hours they are 50 km apart. The 50 km apart means what? This is the shortest distance we need to take now. This is what 50 kilometers like this. That means 2 hours they are now, okay, they are 50 km apart like this. 50 km apart. That means 2x whole square plus 2x plus 10 whole square like this. 2x plus 10 whole square is equal to 50 square we have like this. This is now 4x square plus this. Let us try to simplify this. This is 4x square we have here plus 100 plus 2ab, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 10, 40x. This is equal to 2500 like this. Right, now this is what we have here, 8x square plus 40x plus 100 is equal to 2500. Now let us try to simplify this. Let us take common, okay, and let us try to form a nice quadratic equation. 40x plus 100 minus 2500 is equal to 0 like this. Now this become 8x square plus 40x, okay, minus 2400 is equal to 0 like this. Okay, if you take 8 common like this, what we will get is x square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0 like this. That means now x square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0 by 8 is equal to 0 like this. X square plus 5x minus 300 is equal to 0 like this. Now we need to solve this, and we have to find multiplied means minus 300 x square, adding means 5x means let us try to solve this. Now this we will get this as x square, right? Multiplied means we have to get minus 300 x square plus 5x means we are going to get plus 20x. We are going to get plus 20x, 20x minus 15x. Okay, minus 300 is equal to 0, minus 300 is equal to 0 like this. If you take x common, x plus 20 minus 15, if you take common, x plus 20 is equal to 0. Now this is now x plus 20 into x minus 15 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 15. X is equal to minus 20, it cannot be true like this. Therefore, the speed of each train is nothing but the speed of first train is x plus 5 kilometer. Okay, speed of first train is x plus 5. X plus 5 means 15 plus 5, that is 20 kilometer per hour like this, 20 kilometer per hour, right? And the speed of second train, from this what we are going to get, speed of second train like this. Now speed of second train, that is equal to x. X means what we have got, 15 kilometer per hour like this, 15 kilometer per hour. In this beautiful way we will be getting these problems. Next, the fifth problem, we have a very interesting problem. In a class of 60 students, each boy contributed rupees equal to the number of girls, and each girl contributed rupees equal to the number of boys. The total money then collected was 1600. How many boys were there in the class? Very nice problem in a class of 60 students each. Okay, fine, nice problem. This problem, how we are going to do? Let us take number of boys is equal to, number of boys is equal to x, and number of girls is equal to, number of girls is equal to y like this. Okay, they given that the total students are x plus y is equal to 60 like this, x plus y equal to 60. Each boy contributed rupees equal to the number of girls. Contribution of each boy, see here, contribution of each boy is equal to rupees. Okay, what they have given is each boy contributed rupees equal to the number of girls, rupees y like this. Very good. And each girl contributed rupees equal to number of boys. Now contribution of each girl student, that is equal to rupees x like this. Okay, very good. Now the total money then collected was 1600. Now see, number of boys, how many boys are there? X. Each one have collected how many rupees? Y rupees, x into y, plus, and how many girls are there? Y, okay, y girls are there. How much they have collected? Each girl x rupees, y into x. This is equal to, they have given that 1600 rupees like this. Okay, xy plus yx is equal to this one we have here. Now from this 2xy is equal to 1600. Now xy is equal to 800 like this. You know, now beautiful equations you have got. One is x plus y equal to 60 and another one is xy equal to 800 like this. From this what you can get is y is equal to 60 minus x. Y equal to 60 minus x. Therefore, if you, okay, x into y, y is equal to what? 60 minus x. This is equal to 800 you have here like this. Now, right, once you have this thing like this, this is what you have now, 60x minus x square is equal to 800 like this. Let us transfer to that side. X square minus 60x plus 800 is equal to 0 like this. So 800 is equal to 0 like this. Now we have got here x square minus 60x plus 800 is equal to 0. This is a nice quadratic equation. Let us solve this and try to get those values. Now we can use multiplied means here 800x square, adding means this means now 40 into 20 minus 40x minus 20x plus 800 is equal to 0 like this. Now if you take x common, x minus 40 you have minus 20 if you take common, x minus 40 is equal to 0. Now this is x minus 40 into x minus 20 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 40 comma 20. Yes. Right. Now if you take x is equal to 40, right, if you take x is equal to 40, now y is equal to 20 because x plus y is equal to 60. Now if you take x is equal to 20, then y equal to 40 like this. Okay, therefore number of boys in first case is nothing but 40. Okay, and the girls is 20. Suppose if you take number of boys as 20, number of girls become 40. Like this beautiful problem can be answered. Now we have another interesting problem, the other problem. A motor boat heads upstream a distance of 24 km on a river whose current is running at 3 km per hour. A trip up and back takes 6 hours. Assuming that the motor boat maintained a constant speed, what is its speed? Right, my dear students, now see how we are going to do this particular problem. The speed of the motor boat, let us take speed of motor boat. Speed of motor boat. That is equal to, let us take x kilometer per hour like this. Speed of motor boat is equal to x kilometer per hour. Right? Motor boat heads upstream a distance of 20 km on a river whose current is speed of the river. Current means speed of the river like this here now. Speed of the river. Speed of the river is equal to, let us take y kilometer per hour like this. Right? Speed of the river is equal to y kilometer per hour. Right? That is given it as 3 km. Y is nothing but, okay, they given the information as 3 km per hour. Nicely. Speed of the river is equal to 3 km per hour. The trip up and back total taken 6 hours like this. Speed of upstream. Now, speed of upstream. Right? What we are going to get is, okay, speed of upstream. See here. Now, speed of upstream is nothing but speed of, see here, whenever we are going the speed, upstream means throughout in the river, you will have a resistance for the boat. You will have a resistance for the boat. Okay, fine. You see, speed of the upstream is equal to, what we have here is x minus 3 km, because speed of the boat and resistance will be there when it goes upstream towards, see, since the water is flowing like this, the flow is like this, the boat is going like this, the boat is going like this. Okay, if the boat is going like this, what happens? Okay, the boat is going, the resistance will be there, of course. That's why this is x minus 3 km per hour like this. Okay, now speed of downstream, like speed of downstream. Speed of downstream is equal to, right, x plus 3 km per hour like this. X plus 3 km per hour. Speed of upstream is x minus 3 km per hour. And speed of downstream is this. Now total distance, actually the distance is what they have given, 24 kilometers for going. Okay, it is actually how much there? 24 kilometers. Right? That's we will observe now. The distance, actually it is 24 kilometers. Therefore, what we will take is 24. Okay, this distance by, okay, speed of upstream, that is x minus 3 plus 24 by speed of downstream. Downstream is nothing but x plus 3. This is equal to distance by speed time. This total they have told that it taken 6 hours like this. It taken what? 6 hours. Now what we do is, like if you take LCM here, of course, this is now x minus 3 into x plus 3, that is now x square minus 9, the speed. Okay, this is what? Actually x square minus 9. Now 24 into, this is x plus 3 plus 24 into x minus 3, that is equal to 6, like this. Now this is equal to 24, if you take common, x plus 3 plus x minus 3, this is equal to, we have got 6 into x square minus 9, like this. Now 24 into plus 3 minus 3 will cancel. Now this is 2x. This is equal to 6 into x square minus 9. 6 ones to 6 fours, like this. Now 8x is equal to x square minus 9. Now x square minus 8x minus 9 equal to 0. Now we have to do this. So finding x values. X square minus 9x plus x minus 9 is equal to 0. X if you take common, x minus 9 plus 1 if you take x minus 9 equal to 0. Right, from that means you have got x is equal to 9 and x is equal to minus 1. Speed cannot be negative, therefore you neglect it. This for speed of the boat, you have got speed of the boat is here now x kilometer. X is, we have got it as 9. That means 9 kilometer per hour. We have got very nicely like this. Right, in this beautiful way we will be doing this particular problem. Here speed of the boat x, speed of the river, that is 3 km. Upstream means resistance will be there, that's why x minus 3 km per hour. Downstream means flow of speed of river and the speed of the boat, both will be get added, that's why. Now the distance is 24, that's why while going 24 by x minus 3 plus while coming 24 by x plus 3 equal to 6. We simplified this, we got a beautiful quadratic equation. By solving this, we see, my dear students, we got x equal to 9. Therefore, speed of the boat is 9 km per hour. Now we have another interesting problem. See this, by find the roots of this by the method of completing square. Already we discussed any quadratic equation we can solve by one factorization method, by perfect square method. This perfect square method only we call it as by the method of completing square, and the third one formula method. Now see how we are going. They have asked here by the method of completing square how the problem will be solved. This is now I will take this is 5x square minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0. I will take 5 common. Okay, this is now x square minus 6x by 5 minus 2 by 5 is equal to 0. We have here now. This is now x square minus 6x by 5 minus 2 by 5 is equal to 0 by 5, that is 0. Now let us apply the perfect square method. I want to apply a minus b whole square. How I will be doing is a square minus 2ab, 2 into a b. B what I should take such that I have to get 6 by 5. That means I need to get, I think so, 3 by 5. Like if I take 3 by 5, then it become 2 into x into 3, 6x by 5. Okay, now that b I will add and subtract 3 by 5 whole square minus 3 by 5 whole square, like this. Minus 2 by 5 is equal to 0, like this. Now this is equal to x minus 3 by 5 whole square minus 9 by 25 minus 2 by 5 equal to 0. Now this is now x minus 3 by 5 whole square is equal to 25. If you take as LCM, this become 9 plus 5 5s and 10. I think so you will get here like this. Otherwise, okay, no need to confuse here. We do in a proper way. This no need to confuse. We will do step by step like this, right? This is what we are going to have here. 9 by 25 plus 2 by 5 like this. Now, if you take 25 as LCM, this is 9. 5 5s, 5 2s, 10. This is now 19 by 25 like this. 19 by 25. Wonderful. Okay, once you got 19 by 25 like this, this is now x minus 3 by 5. X minus 3 by 5 equal to plus or minus square root of 19 by 25. This equal to plus or minus square root of 19 by 5 like this. Now x is equal to 3 by 5 plus or minus square root of 19 by 5. That means one root is 3 plus root 19 by 5 and another root is 3 minus root 19 by 5 like this. These are the two roots you will be getting. Like this, any problem on perfect square method or the method of completing square you will be doing. I think remaining problems also anything are there you can do nicely using this method of perfect square like this, right? My dear students, these problems will be solved in this way. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and thank you.